Well, Kenny, after the draw at Newport last week, it's now Oldham who visit E10. Firstly, to reflect on that Newport game, what were your thoughts on it?
Yeah, a lot of good things. It was our best away performance. We had quite a lot of it, and I thought we were on top, at vital times, and getting ahead twice did show that we were doing quite well. They pegged us back, to be honest with you, and that's slightly frustrating. Even then, within the game, going in, at 1-1, where I thought we should have been ahead and been up, but they pegged us back twice. We're slightly frustrated with that and the circumstances of that, because they didn't create a lot or have a lot of shots at all. So, for 2 goals against, we're disappointed with that. But there's elements of the performance that I thought were very good. We did generally challenge them quite well, and in previous away games, Carlisle and Salford, the other side have been on top for long periods, and we battled it out. So different type of draw, definitely. Some encouraging signs, ones that we can build on. But anyway, now we come back at home, and if you get a point away, you want to follow up with a win at home. We're in a decent position in the league, and we're looking for some consistency now. If we can get it, it's been a little bit of a stop-start start to the season in terms of team selection. And sometimes that happens, but I have always had confidence in the side that we've put out. It's fallen quite well. We've had a balance, most of the time, one way or another, and that's been good. But I would like that to settle down with injuries, with COVID, obviously with international call-ups. Some of those things can't be helped, but some consistency now in terms of personnel will help, I think, us develop both home and away.
Talk about consistency as well, but Joe Gallen after the game on Saturday spoke about the benefit of being flexible in terms of formations. We saw a back three kind of used for the first time. Was that in order to kind of match Newport up, or is that something you're looking forward to using for the rest of the season?
No, it doesn't worry me being flexible on the formation. I think you have to be during the course of the season, and particularly if player availability jumps around a little bit. There's no point, putting out an unbalanced team. So we're comfortable to go to a back three or a back four this season, and we'll pick the right formation and the right team for the right game. But similarly, like I said earlier, it would be good if that could settle down and it does go around availability and form, and for players getting into a good rhythm and some continuity certainly helps in terms of playing your best football.
Oldham visit E10 this weekend, and obviously it's not been the greatest start to the season for Oldham, but in terms of Orient, it's about being ruthless and ensuring we get those 3 points.
Yeah, very much so. And every side, and if you're looking at Keith Curl, he's an excellent manager, got a very good track record, different ways to play, and we'll always I think every club he's been at will do well, and Oldham will be no different. So for us anyway, we certainly respect the opposition, but it's our next game. We want to be on the front foot if we can. We want to be creating chances, we want to be going forward, and we want to be challenging the opposition, and whoever that happens to be, and whether it's a top side or a side that haven't started so well. It's a tight division anyway, and it's very, very much so in terms of performances. When you look at the games, anybody can beat anyone, but we're the side that want to build up that consistency, make sure first and foremost we're competitive and have a good goals against record, but then after that build on that base, go forward and create chances.
Harry Smith spoke after the game. Obviously he continued his fine vein of scoring, but he spoke after the game about how he still feels there's more to come in terms of fitness. As a manager, that must be music to your ears to know that your number 9 is still higher heights to hit.
Yeah, and for Aaron Drin and for Harry Smith, they've started brightly. Theo Archibald, we still feel we have Paul Smith to come. Raul Satorio got a fantastic goal at home to Bradford as well. And then you're looking at Tyrese Omotoye, Dan Nakaruma. Some exciting forwards here, and we want to make sure we capitalise on that and get the maximum out of them. But in terms of Harry Smith, after an up and down pre-season and missing quite a bit, getting goals early on helps you, and it is good to hear that there is more to come. Certainly as he plays more 90s, I think he will last longer.
In terms of team selection for this weekend, we know Ruel and Hector come back after a successful international duty for them. So for you, in terms of team news, is there anything else that you can share, or is it just a case of having a stronger pool of players to choose from? Yeah,
it needs to be stronger for those two guys. While they'll be proud, and we're proud of them for playing for their country, it can be a double-edged sword, because you can lose your place, and for this weekend anyway. There are, good selection problems with those two coming back. I'm pleased they're coming back. Congratulations to them for what they've done for the country in the week. But the bread and butter is Orient, and getting both of those two players back, who are good players, will certainly help us this weekend.
And then finally, obviously on the Tuesday straight after this game, it's the Papa John's Trophy as we host Southampton under-21s. In terms of team selection for that, are we likely to see a similar kind of team that we saw midweek at Dartford?
No, it'll be a lot stronger than the Dartford one. We'll make some changes, but I don't want it to be too many, and I don't think we've got the depth of squad to make the type of changes that we did at Dartford, really, where we're playing a very young side and an unbalanced one. So 1 or 2 changes, but not many. It'll be the same group, definitely, 100%.